So our teaching for today is off shoulder ruffles gown. You can see I make a stitch. This is the ruffle, like 2 inches, 3 inches, the elastic band at the middle. When we put the elastic, it shows all this line. It brings out all this edge to know what we are teaching today. Let's put this aside. Put this aside. This is 2 yards of fabric. You can see I fold it. I fold it two, then together like this, making four. So the length we are using is 38. 38. I've had 1 inch of folding allowance. We'll reel it out. So the next thing, you measure your armhole. You measure your armhole size. I'm using 8. Your armhole size. Are you with me? So this is a ruffle gown, off shoulder ruffle gown. At the upper part, there will be a ruffles. Out of these 8 inches, we are going to bring out the 2 inches or 3 inches of the ruffle gown at the upper side. That's, I mean, maybe let me use 2 inches. 2 inches is enough, but you can use 2.5, you can use 3 inches. Taking my time. So for the elastic band, for the elastic size, I'm using 1 inch elastic. So I'm going to use 1 inch and 2/4 to make the elastic band to be free. You know, it's going to be going back, front. It has to be free. So I'm going to measure 1 inch and 1 and 2/4 inches. So, and also where the off shoulder will stop, I'll measure 1 inches. So now for the off shoulder, no, for the armhole, I will measure like 1.5 for the armhole. So for the A-line shape, just measure in maybe like ½ inch. Then you bring it out. This is the sewing part. So for the off shoulder measurements, we have taken 1.5 here. We measure like, we had like 1.5, making 3 inches. So to go this way. So now the whole measurement here from here to the where the elastic will stop and the sewing part is for almost 4.5 inches. So now it's going to have a facing. You can't just leave it this way. You're going to have it facing. This is where the elastic will stop and where the sewing part will stop, making almost 4.5. So now we are going to fold 4.5. We measure another 4.5 at the upper side. Fold it like this. Hope you understand. Put it like this. Yeah, pause it. Yeah, continue. So you cut it this way. And always don't forget, you have to notch. This is the ruffles part. This is where the elastic will pass. This is where we hold it down. So please always notch. So I took my conceal money. So we cut out the side. So now this is the sleeve. Also for the sleeve, we measure from here to here. Remember, we are going to, there is the down part of the sleeve, we are going to add like 2 or 3 inches. So, and the armhole is 8, making it 11. All we need for the sleeve now is 11. So with the down part 12, with the folding part for the elastic, because it has to, you have to fold it also for the elastic. Okay. So you have to open this. We notch it also. So guys, you can see, I'm going to bend the body. I'm going to bend it like this. You can see there is a notching. A notch. Also I notch this. So it round. So it round. So now this is the sleeve, you can see. So we are now going to the machine to join the sleeves and the side of the gown. You can see now. So we join the two sides. You can use half inch, you can use the quarter, but the whatever you inches you use to join the side, that's the inches you use to join the sleeve also. If it is half inches, if it is 3/4, So now let's go to the machine.
ṣayé fọmọdé máa tẹ̀ tún ṣe fàgbà. Súnmọ́ mi Mona Lisa.